And I'm like walking, "Ti me preguntó si no c'ha novia," and I'm like literally walking like this through Dublin, and then, and then I like realize like at a red light I stop and I go, So I got a spot at a place called Bar 51, but they're only doing music. I'm gonna be the only stand-up comedian because people keep sending me to places thinking that there's gonna be stand-up open mics, but they're not stand-up. So I'm really excited to see how this goes. I was raised by two women in Los Angeles, which is kind of a trope, I know, but my first concert that I remember was either Neil Diamond or Cyndi Lauper. I'm really not sure if that tells you anything about me. And have you guys seen Song Sung Blue? No. Okay, all right, good. All right, we got one. So basically, Song Sung Blue is this like, it's with Kate Hudson and Hugh Jackman. They're like these two older, musicians that are, they're performers, and they create this like Neil Diamond tribute band. And there's this one scene where he sings "Holly Holy" in this bar, and he rocks it, and everybody goes nuts. And I've been looking for a karaoke song my whole life that like works, and I'm like, that's it. And Hollywood lies. So I go to this. I'm in Brighton Beach, and I like go to this like under 40 singles event in Brighton, and I have a good time. I see that there's a karaoke room. I go, this is the perfect opportunity to do this Holly Holy thing that I see Hugh Jackman do. So I go, I'm talking to some girls, and it's great, it's exciting. Then I go up, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're doing karaoke." I'm like, "Yeah, doing karaoke." So I go up and I do the karaoke, and I start. And I don't know if you know, Holly Holy starts very slow. It goes like, boom. It's like, dum dum dum. And so like I'm kind of just there, and people are like, we just got off Kanye, so it's kind of hard to follow that with Holly Holy. And so I'm like, it picks up, guys. It picks up. And it just kind of slowly goes on, and then I start saying, "Hallelujah." I look, and by the time I get to the point where it's like everybody in the movie goes crazy, and it's like, sing a song. The room is empty. I cleared the room. I don't know, I told my parents this, and they're like, "That would never happen for us." And I'm like, like, it's funny because it's like, I'm like speaking into the microphone, like, this would do really well in older crowds as I'm singing, and everybody's gone, so I'm not even saying that to anybody. And I realized like, oh, I'm standing out a little bit, like I feel like just a little out of place, I'm not from here, as you can tell. And but even in America, I still feel out of place in a way, just because like, I'm a little more like, I don't really care what people think about me, which serves me and also really doesn't serve me a lot. Like, I don't know, you guys know who Bad Bunny is? It's more of an under 40 crowd, I get the person to talk about. But yeah, you don't have to watch the Super Bowl, but if you haven't seen the Super Bowl halftime show with Bad Bunny, that's an incredible performance. Yeah, right? That was great. It's fantastic. And